What? Beans? Guys, can you see? Can you guys? Let me put this.
I showed Shawnee here.
Guys, what the flip is that? Hello everyone, I'm Jason van Heerden. I am a registered dietitian and I have been blessed with more videos that have been sent to me on TikTok. We are going to be watching TikTok today and we are going to be looking at what they say. Let's go into video number 1. 5 best pre-workout meals to get a killer pump at the gym.
The 5 best pre-workout meals to get a killer pump at the gym. Let's try number 1. Peanut butter and jelly. Did not even know that. Go make a PB&J, get to the gym, and see if we can blow these arms up to oblivion. Started desecrating my arms 1 rep at a time, and I could feel the PB&J flowing through my veins like the Nile River. PB&J was activating a side of me I didn't even know existed. Had to eat another PB&J mid-set. I'm also about to jump out my skin, bro. I'm feeling like Anchor Arm from SpongeBob walking my arms.
What did I just watch? Okay, listen, I don't know, there's something in that peanut butter. No one's put cocaine in that. I've myself many a time had bread and peanut butter before going to the gym. I've not looked like that SpongeBob. That is very interesting because I thought they were going to say something about, let's say, foods with nitrates, right? So technically like something that, like, let's say beetroot, like beetroot juice. You might have seen that. So why that's taken is because nitrates cause vasodilation. So you can imagine our blood vessels, there's blood that's pushing through, but now we need to get a pump, right? If you want more oxygen to the muscles, is that with a vasodilator, such as nitrates that you get from beetroot, for example, concentrated beetroot, by the way, is that then it dilates more and you can get more blood flow to the muscles. But bread and peanut butter are not high in nitrates. So listen, that's what I say. There's some cocaine in that peanut butter because I clearly, where I buy my peanut butter, I'm not getting this. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's get swole, boys. Peanut butter and jelly. Like, woo-wee. Okay. I must say, guys, in my 6 years of being a sports dietitian, I've yet to hear someone say, Jason, my mind has been blown with peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. But let us go to the next one.
Weird food combinations that some people swear are good. Beans on pizza. Is this a British thing? Chips and Nutella. This one actually sounds amazing. Sweet and salty. The neckbeard smoothie. Doritos, Mountain Dew, and Monster. That's a big glass of I'm gonna be sick. Oreos and salsa. Yeah, no thank you. Clam chowder popsicle? More like a pukesicle.
I don't think I've ever been lost for words in a video. That is not appetizing. I will promise you, I will never put this in your diet. I will never give you, what, the eggs and beans on pizza? I'm offended. That is audacious. People do this for fun. What do I say on this? I normally talk about, this high in protein, or I don't know what to say. I'm not going to put it in your diet. I think that's the only thing I can say. A salsa and Oreos? Why would you do that to yourself? I think we just need to go to the next video. I cannot even comment on this. Let's do the next one. Let's go. That was an emotional roller coaster. Let us go to our 3rd video. Okay, so let's see this one now. Time traveling dietitian. 1979. Okay. Eggs toast. Love it.
Oh, you're terrible.
Wait! Stop! Don't eat that food!
Who are you? What are you doing in our house?
I'm from the future. I'm here to warn you, don't eat that food.
Why not?
The eggs, they're full of cholesterol.
What?
Cholesterol, it clogs up your arteries. Eating even just 1 egg can dramatically increase your chance of heart attack. Wow. Don't eat eggs.
Oh my God, thank you.
You're welcome. Godspeed.
Brilliant.
Well, I guess I better take those eggs.
He's back.
Wait! Stop!
You're back.
Yeah. We were wrong about the eggs.
How?
Well, it turns out there's two types of cholesterol. There's good cholesterol and bad cholesterol, and eggs actually have both. So you can eat eggs, but just don't eat the egg yolks. So stick with the egg whites.
Yes, thank you.
Godspeed.
This was the easiest breakfast, man. The poor guy. Dustbin. No.
Wait! We were wrong about the eggs.
Again?
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so it turns out that the amount of cholesterol in a food doesn't actually affect how much cholesterol ends up in your blood. The eggs are probably fine. In fact, we sort of don't even know what cholesterol is. But the steak!
Of course.
You can't eat the steak!
Why not?
Turns out that red meat increases your chance of heart attack. You have to cut out red meat. So no
I
steak!
just wants to eat his food, man.
Thank you.
Godspeed.
What? No steak, mister.
Bread.
What?
Yeah, there's a,
Wait! We were wrong about the steak. It's the toast.
Of course, it's the
Man
toast.
was not meant to eat bread.
What do you mean man was not meant to eat bread?
Well, if you think about it, human beings should really only be eating what our Paleolithic ancestors ate. So, therefore, no bread, no toast.
How do you know what our Paleolithic ancestors ate?
Well, we just have to guess, right? I mean, we don't have any way of knowing.
I'll be back. He's good. At least he's eating something now. Poor guy. His blood pressure must be through the roof. Wait for it. I'm sure he's gonna come back. Yeah, there's it. There's it. There's it.
Okay. Went back to the Paleolithic. They are not doing well. I don't know what we were thinking. If anything, we should all be eating a lot more bread. Jeez. So I guess just ignore everything I've said and exercise.
He's gonna get the eggs out the dustbin.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do?
Yeah, you guys could probably use it. You've been just sitting here for the last 35 years.
It's been 5 minutes.
Right. Time travel. All right, well, Godspeed.
Is it one more? Was one more? I knew it.
Turns out it's genetic. Doesn't matter whether you exercise or what you eat. I'm sorry I ruined your meal.
I know. Papa, there's a slap. I'm telling you. Oh.
I need 10 minutes.
Nice. Nice.
Do you want some eggs?
I love some.
Classic. 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 Oh god, this is brilliant. Well done to the skit. Look, what I find so interesting is probably one of the most misunderstood things about cholesterol is eggs, right? I mean, when you think of cholesterol, eggs will come up, clogging your arteries, and you're bound to have a stroke in the next 2 days. I mean, that's how sometimes we've heard that. Or when the banting came along, it's like eggs, have 5 eggs a day and have your bacon and your steak with all your fats on. I mean, it's just so good for you. And this is what the research says, right? So basically, yes, the egg yolks do have cholesterol. I do agree and I do disagree on this. So again, let's look at what the research says. And what's interestingly enough is that your body makes about 2,000 milligrams of cholesterol a day. So interesting enough, your brain, right, part of that, and your skin has cholesterol. Without cholesterol, we would start melting away. So cholesterol is quite ideal to have in that case, right? So, but we need 2,000 milligrams a day. But what if you have 2 eggs a day? So on average, an egg yolk has 350 milligrams of cholesterol. So if you have 2, it goes to, let's say, your total intake for the day is 700 milligrams. Your body still needs 2,000 milligrams. So your body from the liver aspect will then make basically that 1,300 milligram difference because it needs it. But, because if you think about it, if you went on a fast for 2 months or, however, 2 weeks, you wouldn't start melting away because, your skin is now losing its cholesterol. And that is because now the liver is then making that up itself. But now why is it that then this whole issue came up with egg yolks? And that's because if you're having, let's say, your 2 egg yolks, and then you also have this steak with the fat, and you're having your double cream yogurt, it's more the and you're going over that 2,000 milligram mark. So let's say you're having 3,000 milligrams of cholesterol a day, your body only needs about 2,000 milligrams. If you keep on going above that for a certain amount of time, you're more likely for your cholesterol, especially your LDL cholesterol, or not so good cholesterol, to go up. So just know 2 eggs is really okay. Yes, there is a genetic component. Some people just naturally have a high cholesterol, and we would want to then try and limit the amount of cholesterol that they get in. But that's why we would then look at you, do the diet. We would then do your blood test and say, listen, your LDL is still struggling, which is sometimes the case. We would need to go more strict. But please have your eggs. It really is okay. All right, let's go to the next video. Guys, let's do video number 5.
How to lose weight. How to lose weight. How
Whiteboard, let's go.
to lose weight. There are those fat people who want to lose weight, but they don't know the procedure. Here is the advice, and please pay attention. If you want to lose weight,
He's tired.
then always shake your head from left to right repeatedly. Left to right repeatedly and faster. Left to right
Say no.
repeatedly and faster. How often should you do that? Every time anybody offers you a food.
Yes, that's thanks. Oh man, that's brilliant. I actually remember someone telling me, Jason, I follow the seafood diet, because you get the vegetarian diet, and I said, oh, that's interesting, fish and whatnot. Is like, no, it's just seafood and I eat it. So that actually reminds me of this one. So brilliant. Because listen, you need to eat food. Food is great. It's so many functions. It's just about, the finding the right diet that is for you. And you need to enjoy food. You should not be hungry. You should have sustained energy. And we normally talk about, say no to all the bad treats, but that's not life, right? We have to enjoy treats. So for example, I'm going to give you an example. Let's say chips. Someone say, Jason, yes, but when I open up a packet of chips, I just, cream through it. I just really eat all of it. But then on the one hand, we can say, listen, well, I'd give them 3 options. One is that we can include chips in their diet, as in, twice a week they can have a packet of chips and we work it into their calories. But also, we're not really learning portion control, so that often doesn't work. On the other hand, is that what we find works very well. We get their favorite packet of chips, like one of my clients loves Doritos, but he'll finish a whole packet of chips, the big ones, right? So we said, but listen, but if you get the small packet of chips, and he says, are you fine with that? He's like, yeah, I'll still finish it and I feel actually fine. Then we actually put it in his diet. He had Doritos almost every single day, but it was in his calories, right? Is that because 500 calories? Yes, and he didn't really get hungry. Of course, chips not really very filling, but it can be a really sustainable, practical way to learn. Because otherwise you're going to extremes. Because the third option would be that you just say, I'm never going to have it again, or for 6 weeks, I'm going to be good and push through. But you're often trying to get a variety. You're trying to say, listen, prevent the extremes and say, look, when you want it, you learn healthy habits, get the small packet of chips and enjoy it. You can apply that to so many different aspects, with the treats that you enjoy. So instead of saying no, you're going to say, no, I'm not going to take the big packet, but I'm going to say yes, nod my head up and down for the small packet. Just a practical way that we can actually apply healthy diet, let's say, etiquette into the way you eat. 60 years of diet commercials.
What's the best way to reduce? Eat plenty or starve yourself? Starve yourself? Wrong.
That's good.
A half-empty stomach causes hunger tantrums. Now with the RDX full stomach reducing plan, you fill your stomach, avoid hunger tantrums, lose excess weight naturally and fast. And safe, pleasant-tasting RDX tablets contain no dangerous drugs, no hormones. So if your doctor has told you to lose weight, get RDX at your drugstore now.
No.
This was me 5 years ago, and it's still me. Because I confess I'm a waistline watcher from way back. Well, that's enough for today. Now for a lively lift. Ice-cold Coca-Cola. There's no waistline worry with Coke, Actually, this individual size bottle has no more calories than half a grapefruit.
Wow.
Andy, and I'm not gaining weight. I'm losing weight deliciously with the aid of AIDS. The AIDS diet plan really works.
For every chocolate mousse I've missed.
Okay, I know it's spelled different. That was just interesting.
For every eclair I resist, figurines are sweet revenge.
Figurines. 1 week,
7 pounds.
Ultra Slim Fast is making a pledge. Give us a week. We'll take off the work.
Thank you. We're back.
Today we're talking
wow,
about the
these outfits,
fastest
love
growing
it.
weight loss program in history. In its first 8 weeks, 250,000 people started it. What is it, people? That's right.
LA when I bought my first two-piece bathing suit. Bathing suits, short skirts, thank you, LA Weight Loss. Look great.
30 pounds in just 18 weeks. Jenny Craig totally worked.
Bikini.
I'm Jessica Simpson, and yes, I'm doing Weight Watchers. There is a lot of pressure to lose weight, but I'm not a supermodel. I'm just Jessica, trying to eat real food in the real world, and I really just want to be healthy for my daughter.
One moment, I felt it. I'm ready to lose weight, and I want to start now. Well, you can count, track, and worry over every meal. Or you can lose weight simply with Jenny Craig. Bam!
Fairy godmother.
50 pounds gone.
I do not care if a diet works for a movie star. I want to know that it will work for me.
SouthBeachDiet.com for 2012. Real food for real people.
South
Are you
Beach
sick of feeling
diet.
fat and tired? Have you slowed down a bit too much?
Introducing the all-new Fast 5 from Nutrisystem.
You'll lose 5 pounds in your first week.
Struggled with
So that's 2 kilograms in the first week.
Diets all my life. I've tried them all, nothing worked. I always felt starved and craving for more. But then I found
Atkins
I
diet.
lost 30 pounds and I did it without starving.
40 years, millions of people just like you have lost weight fast with the clinically proven
Oh,
Slim
yeah.
Fast plan. Shake, shake,
Low
healthy
calorie.
meal is
Yep.
all it took.
Weight Watchers, believe, because it works.
Love it. Whoa. What ad is this? Jenny said go. Is that Shakira? Beyonce? No.
So every time I tried and failed, and every time I tried again, and every time I tried again, has brought me to this most powerful moment to say, if not now, when?
I'm a working parent, and my days are crazy. There's just no time, especially for eating right, and that's where you can really gain weight. So I chose Atkins as a nutritious and easy way to eat and lose weight
Good timing, just before the holidays. The music.
Start
yes.
now and lose up to 20 pounds by New
20
Year's.
pounds
Now
for
lose 20 pounds for
$20.
$20 plus the cost of food. Call 1-800-536-6920.
Dive into your summer. Call Jenny today.
The best plan is
Yes,
the plan that
hear
works
that?
for you. What got me excited about Nutrisystem's new success program is that success will work for anyone because it's a great plan. That's the reason you need to get on.
Interesting. So you know what's so interesting for me? First of all, I have no idea what product that was in that first video, but the fact that you don't see it these days, I assume that it was not safe. I was actually chatting to someone the other day. There was actually a tapeworm diet where you would literally eat, babies, let's say, of a tapeworm, and that would literally start eat. By the way, I'm not advising this at all for anyone, but then it would literally start eating your food that you ate, and then you would lose weight that way. So interesting one. So not advising that first one, but what you'll notice here is that of course it's the big claims. Like I think I saw they lose 5 pounds in a week. Now, 5 pounds, that's about just more than 2 kilograms. Now, what's very, very interesting is that if you're looking clinically, is that we've seen on average, depending on what your current weight is. So let's say, for example, you're between 60 and 100 kilograms, is that you would on average, you can maximally lose between about 0.5 to 1 kilogram of fat a week, okay? But then that might not sound a lot, but I mean, this represents 400 grams of fat. So the thing is that if you lose 2.5 of these, that's a lot of fat mass. But the thing is that, and if you, let's say 150, whatever it might be, is that you might lose a bit more, let's say 1.2 kilograms, etc., etc. But the fact is that if you're looking at the average person that they were talking about there, if you're losing 2 kilograms of weight, you remember what weight is, consists of muscle, fat, water, bone, and your glycogen, which is the starch in your muscle. So just know, I mean, it's very clever to say, lose all that weight in such a short amount of time. But the aspect there that I want you to think about, even with a glass of water, is that while a lot of people lose a lot of weight quite quickly, especially when they go low calorie or when they go low carbs especially, which a lot of these shakes are, let's say overall low in carbohydrates specifically, is your glycogen, which is the starch in your muscles. It's basically is between 150 and let's say 350 let's say grams. But for every gram of glycogen, you store 3.4 grams of water. So let's say, for example, you were eating carbohydrates, quite a lot of it. Carbs are not bad. But let's say your glycogen was up here. Let's say, 350 grams. But now you cut back on your glycogen a lot. Let's say on your calories and it drops to 150. That's 0.2 kilograms of glycogen plus, times that by 3.4. You're looking at losing about 0.7, 0.8 kilograms of, you could think of it as water weight. And then plus that rest of that weight is likely then going to be, let's say, your muscle and protein stores and likely a lot of bone. But just to say, often what we'll find is that also on these programs you lose a lot initially, but then it kind of plateaus a little bit. But that's because that initial weight loss is that, let's say, glycogen drop in most cases. So that's why we've just got to be cautious about these big claims about losing weight healthily. And that's why it's almost have realistic expectations. And with our clients, we then work out, someone to say, listen, I weigh 120 kilos, I want to get to 80, it's 40 kilos, how long would that take me? We would then realistically look at your calorie deficit with your exercise and what you're eating and say, listen, you would lose, let's say, 0.7, 0.8 currently kilograms of fat a week. If you want it to be more, maybe we need to increase exercise, change the diet a bit, maybe get to 1 kilogram a week and say, listen, okay, that's 40 kilos. That's at least, let's say, 40 weeks. So be very realistic in healthy weight loss in what we look at. And a lot of these will obviously use a lot of extremes that people would drop in, especially with regards to the weight that you lose being water weight. All right, let's do it healthily. Guys, this is amazing. Please keep sending those videos. Please leave it in the comment section. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.